This is the third problem in the assignment 7. So we need to write a function to reverse every k nodes in a given linked list. So here we have this example. We have given a singly linked list and k is given as 3, which means we need to reverse at every k nodes. So for the first 3 nodes are reversed. So 1 to 3 is reversed to 3 to 1, and then the next 3 nodes are reversed, and finally we have only 2 nodes left which are less than k. They are reversed as well. So in order to solve this problem, I am going to use a extra space with I'm going to use the stack data structure. So here what I'm going to do is I'll start iterating through this list and keep pushing each node to the stack until it reaches the length which is equal to the k. So which means first I'll start with 1 and I'll push 1, and then 2, and then 3. So now the length of this stack is equal to the k. Now what happens is I'll take out each node from stack and put them in and create the new list. So first we take out 3, and then we take out 2, and then we'll have 1 left out. We'll take it out, and then this process starts again. Stack becomes empty, and I will start from 4 and keep pushing into the stack until the stack length reaches the k. So I'll push 4, 5, and then 6, and then I'll pop each of them and making this new list next to the a node that is popped out of this stack. So this becomes 6, and then 5 gets popped out, 5, and then 4. So this process is continued until we reach the null. Now let's write a code for this. So to create a new node, first I would like to write a function for creating an which defines a node. So function node which takes in value and next pointer. Which we have this dot value equals to value, and this dot next equals to next. Now let's write a function for reversing the nodes. Function reverse k nodes. So the input for this function is head of a list and k. Let's declare stack and I'm creating a new node. So new node equals to new node, and I'm I'm assigning it a value of -1. Let's declare another variable called temp, in which I'm assigning it to the new node. Now I'll start iterating through the given list. So I'm using the while loop, and So the termination condition is whenever the head becomes null, I'm going to stop the loop. So while head, I'll use the for loop so that I'll keep pushing the nodes to the stack until it reaches the length that is equal to the given k. So let I equals to 0, I less than k, and we also need to check if head is not equals to null. So I'm using I less than k and head I plus plus. Now I'll push the nodes to the stack. And I'll make head equals to head dot next. So by the end of this for loop, in the stack we'll have a k number of elements. So the length of the stack will be equals to the k, or if it reaches the null, then it will be less than k. So here after this for loop, I'm going to check if stack dot length is equal to k, or if head is equal to null. So only when the stack length reaches the length of k, or if the head reaches null, I'm going to create the new list. So for that I'm checking if stack dot length reached the k. If it not reaches the length of k, then it will repeat this while loop, and it will keep pushing the nodes to the stack. So while stack dot length is greater than 0, what I'm going to do is I'll make temp dot next equal to the stack dot pop. So which means I am going to pop the last element from the stack, and I'm going to assign it to the temp dot next. So in the temp we have the first node as this new node, which is a dummy node that we created, and I'm making its next equal to the stack, the last element in the stack, and then I'm making temp equals to temp dot next. And temp dot next equals to head. So now the while loop ends here, and now we just need to return new node dot next. So return new node dot next. Why we are returning the new node dot next is, so in the new node we have the dummy node, and we are making the temp equals to this new node, and the temp dot from temp dot next we are starting the we are making the temp dot next to these nodes after reversing them. So if we take this example, the temp will be like first the dummy node and then the nodes that are reversed and so on. So here we need to return from this node, we need to avoid this dummy node. That is the reason I am returning new node dot next. So this is the code for reversing every k nodes. Now let's check this with some example. So let's say input is 1 2 3 4 5. So let's assume this is the given input and this is the head. Initially what I'm doing is I'm declaring a stack. So let's have a stack here, and in the next step we are declaring a new node which is whose value is -1, and we are making the temp equals to the new node. So initially we have this node in the temp, then we are starting iterating. So we'll start at the head, and then we are starting this for loop from I equals to 0, and we are the termination condition is until I reaches k, I is less than k. So we are doing stack dot push head. So head is at 1 now, so we are pushing 1 to the stack, and then we are making head equals to head dot next. So head comes to the second node, and then I is still less than k, so we push 2 here, and k equals to 3 in the input, and the head moves to the next node and we push the 3 to the stack. Now the this condition doesn't this condition is false. Now it will check if stack dot length is equal to the k. So the stack dot length here is 3, so which is equal to the given k, and then it enters into this if condition and we start a while loop. So until the stack dot length is greater than 0, we are doing temp dot next equals to stack dot pop. So which means this is the temp dot next equals to stack dot pop. So we are popping the last element, which is 3, and we repeat this until the stack dot length is greater than 0. So we'll have all these elements into the temp. Now temp dot next becomes head. So here temp dot, what is temp dot next? Temp dot next is 4. So head becomes here, comes here, and this while loop starts again. And this for loop starts again, and we will get to the stack 4 and 5. Now the head becomes null, so this condition doesn't become true. So it comes to the if condition, and stack dot length is not equal to k, but head is equal to the null. So this condition is true, and since it is a OR condition, this is true, it enters into this while loop, and we'll have temp dot next equals to the stack dot pop, which becomes 5, and the next element in the stack is 4, and then null. So next what happens is temp dot next equals to head. So now we have head equals to null. So this 4 dot next becomes null. Now we need to return new node dot next. So in the new node what we have is node -1. So this node's next is 3. So 3 is returned as head, and it contains all these values to the next of it. Thank you.